If there's anyone in the chat, feel free to message. What's going on, people? We alright? Thank you for the like. I'm currently sat in Merthyr Tydfil. Who we got on the live then? Hello, John. You alright, mate? Been a while. No one, mate. I'm in a car park in Merthyr Tydfil at the minute. Hang on, quickly flip that round. There you go. Partially, yeah. I lost my grandfather about 2 days before Christmas. So, yeah, I didn't really want to go live. Pretty close to him, so. Yeah, it's a bit shitty, I'm not going to lie. But I would say it's life, but it's not, is it? It's death. But I'm sure you understand what I mean, you know. But yeah, it's got to. No, it's not. It's not. It's never good. But I'm just gonna try and make some pennies now and send a nice big bouquet or something. If I can get down there, then I'll be attending the funeral. The irony is, he was Welsh, but lived in Stratford, and I lived in Coventry, like born in Coventry, which is obviously down the road from Stratford, and I lived in Wales. So, but yeah, thought I'd better start streaming again, try and get some pennies in, and I've got to fix my car yet as well. I mean, it's going to be a few weeks before the funeral, you know. But yeah, it's not good. So it's a bit sort of unexpected. There's a lot more to it as well. Which I don't really want to get into on stream. I haven't got Discord at the minute. Trouble is, mate, it's getting to the funeral. You know, I'm a 3-hour drive away. So, but I have no idea what to do for a stream. No idea. Like, my head just, I don't know, it's just not firing right at the minute. Do you know what I mean? But besides, anyway, how was your festive period, your Christmas? Do anything good? Any vagina pasta or whatever it was you called it again? I might have to go up on the train, but yeah. So, but yeah, steering's all out of alignment and that. So the car doesn't let me drive for long. Do you know what I mean? I'm rereading that comment, and it still doesn't make sense to me. Just to get my whole. John, you wouldn't be being rude, would you? Oh, okay. I don't know. It's cheap. Christmas was cheap or you were cheap? Or both. You literally got no family at all, John. To be fair, and I mean no disrespect to anyone from your neck of the woods, should we say. But I think a Scotsman that doesn't get drunk scares me. Oh, okay. I won't pry into why. You know, you're always welcome to talk to me, mate, but obviously I won't pry into it. No comment. You know what? I've got to be honest there, mate. I've got to be honest. I haven't been drunk in 11 years. And I was never like alcoholic or anything like that. I can hear sirens. But yeah, I was never like alcoholic or anything. It just doesn't agree with me at all. Like, it just makes me feel sick. You know? I can have one or two, but after that, it's like just makes me feel poorly straight away. It's weird. Everyone else is out there having a good time. I'm like, yeah, I love a can of pop. Life and soul of the party. Well, that means I'm a cheap date, so. Oh, mate, I couldn't handle the hangovers. Not anymore. I think I broke myself when I got really drunk when I was really young. Well, I say really young, I think I was about 20, 19, 20. I got so drunk that I was living with my mum at the time. This does not surprise me, John. But yeah, it's I was living with my mum at the time, and I drank that much. I was out with my then girlfriend and her family at one of their family parties, and what was it? Like, her dad could drink. I mean, you know, he was always on the drink, like pretty much every night. And I wasn't really much of a drinker. But, you know, you get that bravado, don't you? Especially when you're, you know, a young lad. And, yeah, I kind of went pint for pint with him. Then we went on to shots. And it's like, I think I was about, what? About 12, 14 pints in. Bearing in mind, I wasn't a big drinker. And he was slurring away and all sorts. We had, what was it? I think I had 2 double JDs as well. And then all of a sudden it was time to go. And I ended up having to walk back on my own, which was a good 20-30 minute walk. I finally made it back after falling into a few walls and hedges. I remember ending up in someone's garden at some point. Just sort of fell over the wall and into their flower bed. Got back to my mum's house. She's opened the door. She's like, "You alright?" I was like, "No." She goes, "You drunk?" I was like, "Very." And then the warm air really hit me and I just collapsed on the doorstep. So I remember waking up and she's dragged me into the hallway. And then I fell back asleep or whatever I was doing. Yeah, and she dragged me into the living room. Bless her heart. She's only small, but she's strong, you know. And bless her, she slept on the sofa all night to try and keep an eye on me. So, can't beat a good mom. But yeah, it's, I think I broke myself that night. So I've never been able to drink properly since. Weird, really, isn't it? So how's the weather up in Bonnie, Scotland anyway? Got a good dose of snow yet? Apparently they reckon it's on the way, so they say. Thing is though, right, I absolutely loved the Honey JD. Absolutely loved it. I weren't that impressed with the Apple one. It was like half the strength, and you know, you're better off with apple sours. But yeah, they say, don't they? You know, spirits before beer, and you're in the clear, sort of thing. I think that's what took me out. I think you're right. The Jack Daniels definitely finished me off. That and the cold, and then warm, and yeah, not too cold yet. Currently in Merthyr, it is, well, the card's saying 6 degrees. Whether it is or not, I don't know. So I will be trying to get some more videos out on that though. I know it's been a while since I've done anything, you know. I think I've done a few in Tenby and Saunders for at night. Oh man, that's grim. Thing is that we've all done it. That's the problem. But yeah, that is, wow. Oh mate, we've all been there. All been there. I mean, I don't know about you as well, but I am useless. When I'm like sick, I go useless. Like, it's a good day if I can make it to the bathroom without puking everywhere, you know. I hope no one's eating a late dinner. But yeah, Merry Christmas. Um, yeah, I just got absolutely useless, and I'm just like collapsed on the floor. I don't know if that's a bloke thing or just me or what. I shouldn't laugh because it's, yeah, but it is funny, mate. You've got to admit that is funny. Um, such a loving, caring child. If he was a child at that time, I don't know. It's one of them things that when it like, if you don't laugh, you'll cry, and it's funny because it's so cringe-worthy of like, oh my god, what was I thinking, kind of thing. But it's, you know what I mean? Like you have to laugh. Hopefully, your son laughs too. And I mean, if he was a teenager, then yeah, of course, he's got to see the funny side of it. You know, I'm sure he's done the same, if not worse, multiple times. I don't actually know if I can vape on live streams. I expect I can. It's weird because I've been. Oh, it's bound to have, mate. Honestly, kids are the evolution of us, aren't they? You know. So whatever we've done, you can guarantee they've gone one step further. You know. Um, So yeah, I mean, I hate to think what my kids have got up to, you know, as they've been getting older. Um, what I will say as well, John, while I've got you here, um, if you're on that TikTok at all, look me up. Same account name, Valley Vlogger. Um, but yeah, I'm looking more towards using that than YouTube. There's a lot less restrictions on that than YouTube. Um, you know, you can have music going on and all sorts. I'll still be using YouTube, but not so much for the live stuff. You know. Um, Honestly, mate, you should have a look. But I looked at it one time and I was a little sick in my mouth. What, to TikTok? Honestly, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of weird people out there. I'm probably one of them, but I don't think I'm that weird. But I mean, it's worth having a proper look, you know. Um, I suppose you've only got to watch what you choose to watch. You know what I mean? It's mad. I've never seen this so quiet here. Like genuinely, it's so quiet. Even McD's is like, there's usually a massive queue because it's definitely one of the better McD's around. And it's just, there's one car in the drive-through. It's weird. KFC's got one car. Subway's empty. There's loads of cars with no one in, so I have no idea where everyone's gone because they can't all be for workers, surely. Sorry if the sound's a bit crap as well. I haven't got my mic on me. No, I haven't been looking into it, mate. If I'm honest, I lost interest in like the not the subject, but you know, the protests and you know the hotels and all that, purely because it's achieving nothing. It's wasted energy in a way. You know, I feel like we're way past protests or that kind of thing. Like either way that you look into it, you know what I mean? Like whatever side you're on, we are massively past protests and demonstrations and all that. You know, and it's a shame that it's got this far. Again, on either side, really. Um, yeah. Mr. Stripey got pushed over one night. Last night security got hit out of again and I started. I don't know who Karim is. This is what I mean. I've been out of that scene for a little while now. So, was Emma okay though, Mrs. Stripey? Was she alright? So I mean, I haven't spoken to Stripey. No, mate, they ain't. To be fair, they really ain't. But yeah, I haven't spoken to Stripey. I haven't spoken to Moaning Wheelchair Man. Okay, I'm glad she's not like too hurt. Gave up trying to talk to Lane. You know, he never wanted to reply to me, so I gave up. I ain't spoke to Sploosh either. Sploosh is sound. He's a little more to himself than Stripey and Lane, but he's alright, like, you know. But no, just there's a lot of egos and stuff like that now, and I can't be arsed with that. Thing is, mate, I met. Now, this isn't me trying to start shit or anything like that, because I'm really not like that. I don't need to be. But I met Lane when I went to London that time, and you know, he was at the beginning of the protest. This is when he'd just got his ban, literally just. And I met him, and you know, I tried to speak to him. He just didn't seem interested in talking to me at all. I was like, right, okay. So, you know, I tried to put it down to he was just busy or what, but you know, when I think back to it, I wasn't really busy. You know, would have been nice to, you know, have a chat in person, but c'est la vie, you know. Although that was the day that I met, you know, Two Up, Two Down, Hammers. I met him and LCE. I met them that day that I went to London, because at the end of it I went to the Bell Hotel and protest there that night. So I didn't actually stick around, because by that time I was so knackered I was literally just going to collapse. I was really worn out. And yeah, probably is room 22, isn't it? Yeah, I haven't been on Reese's stream either. I haven't been on anyone's. It weren't bad. I mean, I've spoke to you know, Orla from the Pink Ladies. I've spoke to her many times, like on like X and stuff like that. It's a shame I didn't know he was in Bristol. You see, I would have gone to say hello. Yeah, I spoke to Orla a lot online. You know, we have quite a regular chat, bit of a catch up line. You know, so I've seen her there. Hammers, LCE, seen AY, Young Bob. He Speaks Freely. She was there. Yeah. And I tell you what, the cops in London and Essex, they're a different breed, you know. Although a couple of the Essex ones were really nice to me, and a couple of the Essex ones were just rude as anything, you know. Yeah, He Speaks Freely. Another Emma. She's lovely. She really is. I've been on streams, like, I suppose from, you know, the beginning really. You know, when she started, pretty much. I probably could have gone on a few more, a bit more, shall we say. Were they bad, were they? aggressive and shit. Or I know the Met ones were. A couple of them were having a laugh at me when I went to the. I forgot what it's called now. One of the main ones that Stripey and that go to. But that's it. She's straight down the line, and I can respect that, you know. I mean, she's been on that GB News, hasn't she, a couple of times now? Ah, right, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I forget what it's called. Was it the Plaza? Crown Plaza, that's the one. There's 5 or 6 coppers blocking off the entrance to this protest line during the day. And, you know, I'll be nice to anyone. If they're nice to me, I'll be nice to them, you know. Yeah, I think she did, mate. I think she did. But yeah, so, you know, I was having a bit of banter with the cops, you know, with the Met lads. And they were having a bit of banter back, and, you know, happy days, you know. Keeps public relations all good, doesn't it? But then this one copper took a funny with me, and I genuinely couldn't figure out why. So, okay. So I asked him, you know, what's made you change your tune, like? And he wouldn't answer. I says, mate, I just want to know what you took offence to, you know, because if I've said something wrong, you know, and I feel I've said something wrong, then yeah, I'll happily apologise, you know. I'm not an arse, like. And he wouldn't tell me. So I asked the other coppers, and they all went quiet. I was like, I ever offended you lot as well? And they're all like, no. I was like, so why ain't you telling me then? And it was either they didn't know, or they were worried that that other copper was going to get them in trouble, I suppose. I don't know. But I was a bit confused about the whole situation. So I just said, look, I'll catch you later, lads. You know what I mean? No, that's right. That's right. You know, I mean, it can't be an easy job, you know, and they can't all be arseholes, you know what I mean? I've met many a copper that's, you know, sound, you know, and hats off to them. It's not an easy job. I wanted to be one when I was a kid, and I soon decided once I started to get out and about in the real world that that was not for me, you know? Like RTAs and stuff, I couldn't handle that, you know? But some really sort of, I don't know, it's like they got a chip on their shoulder or a point to prove or something. Mm, yeah, I can imagine that, to be honest. I remember one copper pulled me over once. I was driving spiritedly, should we say. He pulled me over and he said, look, you know, chill out a bit, you know. So I'm alright, fair enough, you know, you were sound, you haven't arrested me or give me points, whatever. You know, I'll behave. And I says, you know, but it's alright for you, like, you know, just say, oh, I'm a copper too, and I let you off. And he says, no, it don't happen like that. So, what do you mean? He says, they're more likely to nick you. So, whoa. You know, I don't know how true that was, but I always thought they would have got away with it with like the colleagues, but I don't know. I don't know, it's weird, isn't it? But this this is my point as well. Hang on. So, oh wow, is that genuinely a fact line? Um. Okay, my car's just locked itself. Kinda hoping the alarm doesn't go off. It's a point actually. Check. We're back to life again. Yeah, this is my point though. All the people that have spoke to me in streams and oh we're always going to be your fans and all that. I'm not seeing anyone. If I go live and that, even I've been live nearly 40 minutes now, and you're the only one that spoke. I was going to say that's a very slow drive, John. One time when I did eventually stop telling me you wasn't able to give me a ticket because in the counter. Wow, that's mad. I don't know if you could hear that, but it didn't sound like that car's tyre was doing too well. I didn't know that. Normally I'm pretty clued up with that sort of thing as well, so I'm surprised. Yeah, to be fair, John, I mean, it's not even... Mate, I'll be honest, I kind of stopped speaking. That there's a reason behind it, shall we say. But yeah, it's not even this time of the year though. I mean, before Christmas as well, I've done a couple of lives, and no one really was coming in. I was like, okay, thanks. Yeah, I'm probably going to do a few lives from like airports and crap like that. I say crap, it's not. I actually enjoy it. I love the sound of the power of the engines and stuff. It's phenomenal. So yeah, I'll probably be doing some of them. Probably one early in the next week. Yeah, I definitely need to get my watch hours up. There's not a lot doing with that. Like, I am well off the mark to monetize. But yeah, I mean, I was even thinking of I was thinking about doing a 24/7 live cam, view up the mountains and that. I've got a few friends that let me set up a live cam at their houses. Like, they've got beautiful views, so I could do that. Obviously I'll do videos and whatnot in between as well, but that's just one of the avenues I could use the channel for. Bounce while snow coming as well. Everyone loves a mountain with snow, don't they? Yeah. It's not going to work, Set up a camera or two and just stick the live feed on the channel. Still do whatever else I'm doing, but it's just an extra one, isn't it? Yeah, I wonder why though. You don't get too many boat people coming over the top of mountains here. Yeah. I don't think many people realise the way it's all happening, you know. You know, a local shop, you know, and they're not, these are huge, you know, dinghies carrying, you know, tens of people, not just like two or three. not not as small as that one Lane and Stripey had. That was a funny day, that was. But yeah, I think I will have to do something like that. And yeah, I mean, there's so many nature walks, and the waterfalls around here are insane. It's like I don't even know how to describe it, because obviously when I was in Coventry, you know, it's a concrete jungle, you know. But here, you know, you can't turn a corner without seeing a mountain, you know. The only problem is as well, the weather reports here mean nothing. Like if it says you're getting sun, you're probably going to get some rain. You know, I don't know if the mountains disturb the clouds or whatever. You know. Yeah, yeah. I do think that's what I'm going to do. I need to do something because I enjoy doing it. I just want to take it in a different direction. I don't want to. I don't want to do. Okay. There we go then. Yeah, I don't want to do all these protests. I want some positivity in my life. You know, all the protests and that. It really starts to bring you down. You know, it's just constant negativity. Yeah, do it. I mean, as you well know, Scotland is stunning, absolutely stunning. So it's got to be worth a go. I mean, I've got a drone as well. It's not like a Mavic or anything. It's the Mini 5 Pro. But geez, it certainly does the job, you know. Yeah, it's repetitive, isn't it? And then you've got the songs stuck in your head for days afterwards as well. Mostly the ones that you don't really like. I need to get a new phone as well, because the battery on this one just dies really quick. and I can't be bothered to walk around with a power bank 24/7. Yeah, it is, mate. It is. I think the protests and stuff may have ran their course now. You know, for both sides, really, it's time that people communicated in a different way, shall we say. Um, Not endorsing violence or anything like that, but you know, that avenue isn't working, so a new way has to be found for communication. I mean, again, you know, I'm I'm not saying to do it. I'm not saying not to do it. You know, everyone has their own feelings and actions and decisions. You know, that's up to individuals to decide how they want to do things. You know, um, I don't see people doing an awful lot peacefully, if you like. It'd be nice if there could be some way of amicable discussion, solution. I don't know, but nothing seems to go that way these days. It all ends up aggressive and I don't know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I do agree that, you know, the protesting isn't working. Yes, it's kept attention on the subject for a while, and I hear that the farmers have had a bit of a result. Not not a full result though. Um, but yeah, I think people need to come up with a new strategy, should we say? I don't know what that looks like. I don't know anything on that at all. I just don't think that the protests are being heard, which, you know, I don't know. I think, to be honest, mate, I might go and get something to eat and bugger our phone. From an outside point of view, I could see that potentially happening. You know, again, I'm not endorsing it or anything. I shouldn't even have to say that, but obviously I don't want to knock on the door, you know. But I can see that happening. I appreciate that, mate. I really genuinely do. I appreciate you sticking around and chatting with me too, because otherwise it would have been a very, very short stream. As I say, with the only one that's actually spoke. So, but yeah, as I say, hopefully early next week I'll do some kind of live or something. Maybe it's just you have a peaceful life. You have a life of solitude, self-appreciation. I don't know, mate. I'm just trying to put a positive spin on it. John, as much as I like you, mate, that is a mental image I could do without. Need to have me on that little notification thing, the little bell icon. I don't know why it keeps asking me to review messages. Well, that would explain some, yeah. To be fair, mate, more power to you. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. So, right, I'm going to make a move because I'm starving. So, I know I'm fat, but fat people still got to eat, you know what I mean? So, alright, geezer, I will catch up with you soon. All the best to you. And hopefully catch up with you in the week. Alright? So you take care, mate. I'll speak to you soon.